a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages. All right, so we get another look at this high-level wrestler here tonight, DC. When it comes to the grappling, the wrestling, fighting this guy makes for a really hard night at the office.
It makes for a hard night because the moment he gets close to you, it's like a fly stuck in flypaper. He sticks to you like glue. He moves from position to position seamlessly. He possesses great takedowns from the clinch, from a nice inside trip to a bear hug or a throw. He's just one of those guys that the moment he comes into contact with you, a lifetime of wrestling has shown him an amazing ability to get you to the floor.
Yeah, all of that one-on-one competition, as you mentioned, great in transition. Big spot, needless to say, for him here tonight. Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A+ level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at A+ level.
Ready.
All right, so here we go. Round one is underway. Very compelling matchup for fight fans around the world, and going to be very interesting to see how soon the grappler goes for the takedown.
Well, he's going to try to get his takedown right away. But when he shoots that shot, when he changes that level, he is going to be shooting into a guy that truly understands all aspects of mixed martial arts. I'm wondering how, if his first shot doesn't work, does he approach trying to get this fight to the ground?
Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Try to establish that jab.
Let's go. Keep pushing forward.
Leg kick. Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Beautiful body kick.
Oh, single collar tie here. Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist on bringing in Tom Brady. Stop it. John, stop it.
Punch coming, it's blocked. Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by the Korean Super Bowl. Clipped him with the right hand there. Oh, and he lands another punch there. Hopefully the stat guy will give him credit.
Give him credit for the punch, even if it's not just a jab. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Back to the jab now, no good.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Wow, actually got the takedown.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Take a seat, brother. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. All right, here's some water.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one. Big head kick.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Back and forth we go here.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Well, missed on that one.
Beautiful head kick.
Oh, effective strike there by the Korean Super Bowl. Just misses there with the left. Combination lands for him. He is really putting his strikes together tonight.
I mean, he's feeling himself tonight, John. He's doing a great job of putting everything together.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two.
Nice punch here.
Wow!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover.
Oh, nice right hand. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, huge block! Choi gets hit by that leg kick.
Beautiful punch.
Another shot lands upstairs.
Big shot to the head. Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Muay Thai plum, right on the button. Whiffs on that offering. Choi gets tagged with that jab. Pretty good weapon for him tonight.
I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
You're fine. It's just a little blood. You've been here before. You've been cut. No worries.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, the action continues here and now as our next round gets underway. The previous round won't be confused for a round of the year, but pretty good action.
It was a pretty good round. Not every round is going to have you standing up out of your seat. You understand that you are watching the highest level of fighting in the entire world in the UFC.
Unable to connect there. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Well, no problem getting inside to land that straight punch. He's got a huge edge in reach, and he made good use of it there.
Nice body kick right under the elbow. Yeah, he's hurt really bad. He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Throwing haymakers out of the exchange. Well, he's the taller fighter and able to land a knee to the body with relative ease there. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. lands the right hand. Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Throwing that jab, no good. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Nice.
Amir Khani's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done. Now what does he do with this top control?
Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books.
Hey, stop.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper. And it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
Non-stop punches. That's what I like to see. This next round, we don't need more.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round.
Nice strike.
Let it go now.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Choi. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
Great upper body movement defensively, slips another strike there, and offensively he hasn't been a world beater, but defensively he's been strong tonight.
And that has to cause frustration for the opponent. Not being able to hit a guy that you want to really put away. But that's a testament to the head movement and the activity and the awareness of this fighter defensively.
Oh, he might be out.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, there's the swing and there's the miss by the Korean Super Bowl. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't beautiful takedown land.
And there's the single. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Close guard. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important. Back
mount now. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh! Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time.
He didn't like that right hand.
Oh, he might be out. All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that. But when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, fifth and final round. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Just missed with the left there.
That's a big strike right there.
Oh, big left hook there. Whoa! Back to the feet. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Well, he's got his back now. Oh! Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, feet on the hips here. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Oh, so the taller fighter lands a flush knee. He's out!
He's done. He's done. What a performance!
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming. So a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages. So there he is as the celebration continues. A huge knockout for him here tonight. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout.